Hello, my name is Joe Facenda. I am a realtor with Remax Gateway here in Northern Virginia, and I've been a realtor here for over 30 years. And in the last few years, I've made working with inherited property a specialty of mine, and in fact, I've written a book on inherited property called When Parents Are Gone, What's Next with the House. In this video, we will discuss whether or not you should fix up a property prior to sale or whether you should sell it as is. Now, I have come across many properties that are not in prime condition. Maybe a few years ago they were, but as mom and dad aged, they just weren't able to keep up with things, and it's a little outdated, it's a little worn and torn. The first thing I look at when I go into a property like that is I look at the kitchen. And then I look at the baths. If the kitchen is somewhat updated and the baths are somewhat updated, then I might suggest that we do other repairs along the way. Maybe some new flooring, maybe lots of paint, maybe some new appliances, maybe a new roof. If the kitchen and baths are good, we want to get the rest of the house up to that standard. If the kitchen in particular and the baths are extremely outdated, then I will suggest that we sell the house as is. It's a lot to remodel a kitchen, and there's so many ways that you can remodel a kitchen: knocking down walls, putting in new counters, dealing with the existing space only. So many decisions to be made. First question is, who's going to make all those decisions in this situation? If there are multiple heirs, who's going to take the lead on this? Second question, how long is it going to take to get this done? Typically, if you're doing a big kitchen remodel or a bath remodel, from the time you interview contractors to the contractor you get on the contractor's schedule and the job is complete, it can be 3 or 4 months. Do you need the money from the sale of the house before then? Would 3 or 4 months put you into a time of the year that's not as good as selling right now? Is the market changing? So many different factors. Will you get more money if you fix up a kitchen and baths? The answer is yes. I can give you some estimates on what that would be. But in an inherited property situation, if there are multiple heirs, oftentimes that extra money is divided by the number of heirs. And when you do that, sometimes it's just not worth the time and energy to go through all of that renovation to just get a little bit more per heir. Now, if the kitchen and baths are in bad shape and we're not going to do major stuff to the rest of the house, I still will suggest that we present a clean house and have professional cleaners clean the home. And maybe we would do some carpet cleaning if that's appropriate, or maybe we might paint a room or two if that's appropriate, and maybe we might do a little bit on the outside, but no major work. And we would put in the listing that the property is selling as is and the seller expects to do no repairs. So that's the way that I would approach a rundown property or a property not in optimal condition. Always present a clean home, but depending on the kitchen and baths, their condition dictates whether or not you do extensive renovations or not. Now, if the home is really run down and would not sell to an owner-occupant, but only sell to investors looking to rehab and resell the property, I do tell heirs and the family that they do not need to clean out the contents of the home. Of course, take everything that is of a personal nature, anything that you think is valuable, check all the drawers and all the clothes and the pockets and all these things to make sure there's not any hidden treasure somewhere that you didn't know about. But after you've done that, you can leave the rest. It's not really going to impact your price. The investor rehabber is going to have a dumpster at the property anyway, taking out the kitchen cabinets, taking out a lot of things. It's only going to be a couple of hours more work, a tiny little bit more expense for them just to haul out the rest of the junk. If you hauled out the rest of the junk at your expense, you would not get that money back per se in the sale. So that's one advantage of selling to an investor as is that you can leave everything in the house. Okay, so that concludes this video series. I really thank you for watching the videos that were relevant to your situation. I hope it's been a help to you. If there's any way I can help, whether you're in Northern Virginia and need to put a property on the market here, or whether you have property elsewhere in the country and would like a realtor referral, or whether you just have questions, feel free to reach out. I can't give you legal advice or CPA advice, but I can give you questions to ask other professionals. So please use me as a resource. I want to help in any way I can. And again, thank you for watching these videos.